is good today. I started early, bought Easter baskets yesterday for all my great nieces and nephews. You know, they somewhere else around. So I'm just sitting in the yard with a couple of my partners. We sipping early already, right? I just talked to my psychiatrist, the postman, Melly Mill, right? He said, don't let nothing bother you. You know understand what I'm saying? So how everybody doing, man? It's a nice day today. I'm gonna enjoy this Easter. We about to start barbecuing. I got my OG partner over here with me, Rodney. I'm gonna show y'all this big old dude. I call him Ray Charles, y'all. You feel me? Well, we sitting back. You know, we're gonna go pick up one of the homies, people from the airport in a minute. Come from Detroit. We finna have a ball today, y'all. You know what I mean? Earlier today, I was looking at an old episode on YouTube about this white boy that's claiming 9-0 and caught a murder, and he beat the murder. That's that white privilege shit, right? It's a trip how white folks come to the ghetto and want to start being black folks, and suddenly their parents' money get them off all the crimes they ever did that was wrong. Now, it's something wrong with that picture. And what's wrong with that picture is this. Stop letting somebody infiltrate you to divide and conquer, to destroy you, killing two birds with one stone, and they sit back at home, right? Because when he was talking on his interview, I forgot the little white boy name out of Pacific Palisades, but when he was talking, you'd have thought he was a brother if he wouldn't have had a picture of him. But them blue eyes put him out there so tough, right? Suddenly when he caught a crime, now his parents want to be parents. They want to come and say their son, and guess what type? Did they go get a black attorney, right? And this black attorney, I can't get mad at the lawyer because he want to help beat the case, right? So he gonna use everything he can in order to get his money's worth. But we got to learn how to not let people come in our community, start emulating us, and start breaking the law, creating crimes against black folks. It ain't black on black crime when we allow somebody that's not our race to infiltrate within our organizations and start doing things. He did this shit and beat the case when he should have got found guilty. I hate to say that, right? But we got to learn how to not do this. I did a show yesterday about this little brother disrespecting the homie Nipsey Grave. I've been looking at this clown on YouTube this morning too. That little brother G-Bo Gaston, whoever the fuck he is a real clown, right? He don't have no love for himself nor for people in America, meaning society, right? He's doing game goofy shit, and we need to start recognizing that shit ain't cool, y'all. We got to step to the plate and start correcting people on their falls, man. We got to start letting people know what they doing is not cool when it comes to our communities, right? That black on black crime is no longer cool. Stealing another brother is not cool. You understand what I'm saying? We can't always blame this on no G's, man. We got to sometimes look the person in their face and say, you doing this because you want some attention, right? Because even I'm 60 plus. Even as a child, I knew it was somebody I can go talk to about my problems that was bothering me. We got to start allowing these youths or these teenagers or these dudes in their mid-20s, if they need somebody to talk to, we need to reach out and let them know that we got an ear for they can lean, talk in. And we listening to them. Because all they doing when you do game goofy shit, you really seeking some attention and you seeking some advice for yourself. And this is what we got to start doing. If we don't do this, it becomes a problem, right? Because can't nobody save us but us, right? And this is what we got to understand, man. It's sad and pitiful that we allow ourselves to get caught up in this kill two birds with one stone scenario while the white men sit back and laugh at us, right? And that brother spitting on Nipsey Grave, man, I guarantee you, every white person seen that. Thank you, Snipe. Pandemic, that's it got to be my boy saying, man. How you doing, Sam? Man, I had tapped in for a minute. I've been working, man. I've been trying to hit you when I be working. But anyway, we got to start understanding, man, in the black and brown community, that we allow ourselves to be manipulated by the police and politicians. They're going at each other, destroying our own communities, and doing all this. Then you hear these dudes get talking about what they do. Man, listen to me. Hey, what's up, Box? How you doing? Happy belated birthday to you again, homie. I've been trying to tap in with y'all. I tapped in yesterday. I was kind of tired. But I'm gonna hit y'all later on today because I'm off today and I'm gonna enjoy myself. We got to learn how to stop allowing people to manipulating us and going at each other. And we got to stop. Grown men on YouTube need to stop getting on here trying to talk about what another black man or another Hispanic man is doing, when all we really trying to do is give out some positive message to the youth, man, that we just want to get our communities back like they used to be, right? And what people need to understand is this. We're responsible for what goes on in our community. You're not a product of your environment. Your environment is a product of you. You're the one that destroyed your community. Your community wasn't destroyed when you came about. I know mine wasn't, right? I know I was one of the dudes that used to spray paint on walls. It wasn't always spray painting on the walls, right? We got to learn how to get away from that and stop all the childishness and start being responsible grown-ass men. Let's not get on YouTube. YouTube is like a school, man. YouTube is meant to enlighten and to educate those that don't know, right? I'm tired of seeing dudes get on YouTube talking about what they know about gangs and they never been a gang member. Only person that's an expert at gang shit is gang members or non-active gang members. If you never been a gang member, you're not an expert at gang activity. You don't know nothing about it. You're not an expert about prison if you never been to prison, right? That's why I love my boy Box and them show. They real positive, and I done said this before. The shows I watch, Boxing Sandman, Kev McAmelly Mill, and Loco and them, I watch it for I can grow too. I don't know everything. I'm trying to learn as I go too. And we need to start respecting each other and enlighten that. Because if we're parents and grandparents, we don't want our grandkids and our kids to go through what we went through. We already ran into them walls. So why do we want them to run into them walls? You understand what I'm saying? We got to really get this shit together, y'all. We need to stop doing the shit that we doing, right? I like how my boy Boxer present their podcast. It's off the chains, and I love it. I'll be glad when they can get me back in there. We can do another live little link thing and really chop it up. We also need to stop lying to the audience. If you're not willing to tell the truth, stop being on YouTube. You ain't got to put 100 on the 10, man. You know what I mean? We got to keep it 100 at all times. Because if we don't, we're misleading people. My homeboy did a show last night, right? And I tapped into it. And the topic was snitching, right? And people always say, I need paperwork. And my homeboy said it true. That's penitentiary shit. And we need to see the paperwork. But let me share something to you about the penitentiary shit. A lot of paperwork that was presented on people that was considered as rats in the pen was document paperwork. People document that paperwork to eliminate this person because this person might have some influence, so they want to eliminate him out the picture because he had his influence, right? I know a whole lot of dudes that snitching and I ain't never seen paperwork on them. See, when you get a crime and he tell on you from the very beginning at the police station, it's in the police report. You don't need no transcript because 9 out of 10, you might not go to trial. You might be forced to take a deal based on what he already told the police because you don't want to get all the full sentence of what they're trying to give you. Let's stop belittling each other and start helping each other. And I'm talking to the black and brown community today, right? Today is a lovely day. We got to learn how to love each other. We got to learn how to build each other and enlighten each other. We got to stop fighting with each other. That is not what grown men do, right? And I always say this. It ain't just on the OGs to get it together. Even if you never claimed the neighborhood, but you grew up in that neighborhood, You're responsible for what goes on in that neighborhood because 9 out of 10, those is your homeboy kids. Happy Easter, Michelle. Mitchell. We got to learn that if they wasn't gang members, they still OGs, but OG is a title earned, not just given. So it's your responsibility if you pull up on your mother block and you see your homeboys' kids that's in their 20s or their 30s and they still banging, to pull them to the side because they respecting you. They might be calling you unc or auntie, right? So when these youngsters start calling you unc or auntie, they just giving you a title. You earned that title, so they gave it to you. So once you start acting according to the titles that's given to you, we're not being responsible. We lost homies. I'm talking to the people in their late 40s, early 50s, and 60s. We're not being responsible if we're allowing our homies that's resting in peace kids to do the same shit that we used to do. Let's honor our homies that's resting in peace by trying to help their kids not repeat the same cycle of the shit that we used to do. And that's what we got to learn, man. It's a sad thing out here today, man. But gang violence is still going on. So let me throw a challenge out there today. Today is Easter. Let's have ceasefire for just today. If you can't give us a ceasefire any other day, let's have ceasefire for this beautiful Sunday day on Easter. Let people enjoy their Easter. Let a lot of kids to play in the yards if they people rent jumpers for them. A lot of them enjoy themselves. My only intention, my only goal is to become a mentor at the youth, to enlighten the world. That is a better thing than I used to do. Because it's choices I made in life that I regret today, right? I done spent half of my life in and out of the system. And that was by choice. It wasn't by force. It wasn't compelled on me. Never once have anybody ever pulled a gun to my head and say, go break the law. Never once have anybody pulled a gun to my head and say, join the gang. Those were my choices. And I decided to join that, to do all that. So I'm asking, let's have ceasefire just for the day and allow it to grow, to become to another day where we can continue to have ceasefire and prevent all gang violence. Life is too precious and too lovable for us to want to bury our kids. My father told me that a long time ago when I was about 8 or 9 years old. He said, I don't want to bury you, I want you to bury me. And that's what makes sense, man. Please, people, let's stop this gang violence. Let's start looking at the reality of things. Tap into some of these real shows on YouTube that tell you the truth about organizations inside of prison and outside of prison. And I'm going to share this with y'all too. Although I was Consolidated Crip Organization CCO, some organizations that created was meant to create conflict within gangs on the streets. Right now, I'm not finna mention no names of the organization, but some of these organizations created a conflict amongst gangs, and it's being generated today because every hood have beef within their own hood, right? I was looking at this dude, Wack 100, and this dude was saying some shit saying Hoovers was like the most treacherous gang in LA as far as when it came to the Crip culture, right? Well, let me share this with Wack. Hoovers ain't the first one to put their own bandana in their pocket. In Compton, Santana's was doing that in the 70s. They had a black bandana to signify themselves, although they was Crips, right? But their color was black. Every hood had their own color, right? But when he's saying about Hoovers, watch this, man. Before they had segregated yards in the holes in the penitentiaries, California state prisons, although Hoovers called themselves criminals, when they went to the hole, guess what yard they came to, Wack? They came to the Crip yard, because they were still recognized as Crips. I still consider Hoovers as Crips, although they call themselves criminals, right? Yes, to me, they're still Crips. They doing what every other Crip doing. They beefing with every other Crip hood, just like every other Crip set is doing, right? Just like with Damu, you hear Damu say, man, well, I'm a Paru, or he a Blood. No, man, y'all all Bloods, man. That was it. The only difference between them and Crips is this. My first name Compton, my last name Crip. Every Crip hood, last name is Crip. And if y'all can't recognize that, y'all need to understand that, right? that gang banging had took a sideward and backwards ass curveball and doing it backwards now. Gangs was not prevented to go outside of your community and destroy another community. Gangs was created to protect and serve your own community, not let outsiders come inside of your community and destroy your community. Yeah, we decided to go outside our own community and want to destroy another community. But this the cold part. The police can go in any community they want to and shoot a blood or a crip, beat the shit out of a blood or a crip or Hispanic. And the only thing a motherfucker gonna do is have a phone feminine. They don't even want to help you, right? But yet they got a voice to share. So I get, when I see shit like that, I get offended when I hear people say, "Where the OGs at? Won't the OGs do something?" Hey man, watch this, man. I'll go back to prison if I seen a police choking a brother out or a Mexican out. Matter of fact, I might go based on whatever color that person might be. Because I don't believe in police brutality. I don't like the police. Am I a racist? Hell no. I don't like no police. I'm prejudiced when it comes to the police. Black, white, green, yellow, I don't care what color that police is. I'm prejudiced when it comes to a police. We need to really start stepping up to the plate. Be responsible for the shit that we caused. Because we caused a lot of this shit. And as an OGs owes reparation to their neighborhoods because their neighborhoods is fucked up because we played a role in the destructiveness in our own community. We the ones got to clean it up. Don't nobody else have a solution to our problems but us. Yet we act so goddamn naive and dumb that we don't had a solution. But we had a solution to our problem. You understand what I'm saying? What's up? Salute to you, Eastside Boogie Monster. We got to start stepping to the plate and really getting ourselves together in our own communities, man. We got to stop twiddling our motherfucking thumbs, anticipating hope to work, because hope died a long time ago. It's time for actions, and the actions is get off your ass and start doing your part. Stop pointing the finger at somebody else to do a part when we need all play a role and having a solution to the problem, creating peace, creating these goddamn peace rallies out here. Because don't nobody like burying their own child, man. And life is too precious for us to want to bury anybody. We need to start telling these young dudes to stop doing what the fuck they was doing. I'm really directing this at this brother that went to Nipsey gravesite and spitted on it. That shit wasn't cool. And the cold part about it is he's so naive of what he did that everybody know you, nigga, but you don't know who the fuck might want to get you now. But everybody know what you look like. So if you in the car with your mama, man, you just put your mama at risk because a motherfucker might pull up on you and start shooting at your car and don't ask who in the passenger seat. Why would you want to put somebody that you love life at risk based on your own stupidity? You understand what I'm saying? I do not understand that, brother. Hey, Lisa, happy Easter to you too, sweetheart. This is what we got to learn, y'all. It's all about being responsible for our own actions. Please, man. Today is a lovely day. I'm enjoying it already. You understand what I'm saying? Some of the food is done. They gonna start barbecuing later on. We finna get our eat on today, right? My big homie Rodney trying to get me sloppy drunk early already. You understand? He's sitting in the cut laughing. But I'm enjoying myself and having a ball. You understand what I'm saying? God is good. I was blessed and highly favored. You feel me? Now you see what he trying to do. Now he want me to light a blunt, y'all. I don't even smoke blunts, right? But I'm gonna light this blunt because this Ray Charles, right?
You gotta puff that motherfucker.
But listen to me, man. Life is too good and too sweet and too precious for us to continue allowing our neighborhoods to be fucked up. It's time for us to step to the plate, be responsible grown men and women, and clean up the bullshit that we played a role in creating. And I don't care what nobody say. I'm not throwing daggers at nobody, or none of that. Right? I ain't throwing daggers at nobody or none of that. We got to really clean up this bullshit that we didn't create it, man. I said this. I said this the other day on here. Excuse me, y'all. I said this the other day. 3 reputable Crips and 3 reputable Bloods from every neighborhood. We need to come together and really start cleaning up the graffiti in our neighborhood. Yeah, we need these NBA players, these NFL players, these baseball players, these rappers, and these actors to donate to the cause. I'm a painter. So any building that needs to get graffiti off their wall, I don't have the paint to take the graffiti off your wall. But if somebody donate money and the paint to it, I'm willing to take the paint off your walls, your place of business.
I guess it is.
Yeah. To make things look better, right? And this is what we need to do. Now, please, I want y'all to support and hit that like button and subscribe button and support this channel, man, because I'm on some positivity shit. I'm really trying to get it together. And this is the best 20 minutes it was today, and I'll be back later on. And with that said, y'all peace out.
Let me. Hold on. Hey, somebody come get it right quick, Sherry.